In today's Health Watch, the number of colorectal cancer cases has gone up every year for the past decade.
Local 5's Caitlin Corbett looks at why it's happening and what's being done to stop it.
Today we hear from a man who is part of the rising statistic of younger people being diagnosed with colorectal cancer, how he got the treatment he needed and helped further important research at Aurora Bay Care Medical Center.
I didn't think it would be cancer. I thought it'd be some sort of bowel disease or colon disease.
At just 34 years old, Kyle Schofield never expected he would be diagnosed with colon cancer. His symptoms started off as a full feeling after eating and pain while bending over, but he shrugged it off.
I think you kind of have the angel and the devil on your shoulders, right? And your gut instinct is telling you, hey, something's wrong, this isn't right. But then there's this other part of you that's saying, I don't want to be ashamed, I don't want to be embarrassed, I don't want to go in for nothing.
Just 4 months later, Schofield's symptoms had progressed to night sweats, fevers, and he had lost close to 50 pounds. After a visit with his doctor, Schofield was referred to the gastroenterology team at Aurora Bay Care.
I went in for the CT scan, and the position they had me lay in, I could definitely tell there was something going on inside of me. I could feel a mass inside of my stomach, and it was like every time my heart would beat, I could feel the pressure of it in there.
A large malignant tumor was what doctors found, diagnosing Schofield with stage 3 colon cancer.
It usually begins as a benign polyp in the lining of the colon and the bowel, and it can progress into a malignant lesion down the line and cause colorectal cancer.
Dr. Nirav Patel is a hematologist and oncologist at Aurora Bay Care. He says cases of colorectal cancer are increasing in younger generations.
We always associated colorectal cancer with somebody who was older and not with somebody who was younger. And that is why it's very common to ignore these symptoms. As we are learning more and more about colon cancer, we are also attributing a lot to lifestyle changes, the diet. Less fiber in diet may contribute.
Thanks to the oncology team at Aurora Bay Care, Schofield's tumor was successfully surgically removed. He also had the chance to participate in a clinical trial to see if an added drug during chemotherapy would provide a better outcome. Though Schofield wasn't in the group that received that drug, he knows he played an important role in eventually preventing others from going through what he did.
And it was something that I felt like I could take control of and something that I could, provide and do. And it gave me somewhat of a sense of purpose when I really couldn't do much else besides get treatment at the time.
2 years later, Schofield is cancer-free and back to the active lifestyle he knew before cancer. He hopes his story can serve as inspiration.
It can happen to anybody. People, I've heard people say that my whole life, and I never thought that it would be me. And I know it's extremely cliche to say, but it ended up being me. And had I listened to the advice that I'm giving now, my situation would have been a lot easier. Even though it was a terrible experience, I'm a firm believer that everything happens for a reason. And I'm just excited. I'm excited to live my life, and I'm excited to look forward to the future.
If you have unexplained symptoms like Schofield, see your physician and get it checked out. If you're over age 45, you can schedule a screening with Aurora Bay Care's digestive health team. To do that or to learn more about clinical trials, visit their website. And that's your Health Watch. For Local 5 News, I'm Caitlin Corbett.